Hey, let's catch up with some Spurs news and notes that you may have missed, and bring in our guest, Spurs Associate VP of Marketing and Creative Studio.
You are Locked On Spurs, your daily San Antonio Spurs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Hey, welcome back to Locked On Spurs, the Locked On NBA Network. I'm your host, Jeff Garcia, Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you all had a great end of the work week day. If not, we'll get you through it right here on Locked On Spurs, your go-to spot for all things San Antonio Spurs. As always, we appreciate you all making Locked On Spurs your first listen every single day. Free and available wherever you get podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, Ken's 5 Plus app. The list goes on and on. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. Make every moment more with FanDuel. This summer, FanDuel's hooking up all customers with a booster or bonus daily. That's right. There's something for everyone every day, all summer long. Go to FanDuel.com to get started. What are we talking about today? We're going to just quickly catch you up with some Spurs news you may have missed, and then bring in our special guest, the Spurs Associate VP of Marketing and Creative Studio, Mr. Jordan Mandelkorn. He's going to be discussing with us what you can expect at the new Victory Capital Spurs fan shop, as well as the renovated fan shop over at the Frost Bank Center. So much more. He drops little hints along the way. He doesn't let the cat out of the bag, but if you listen carefully, he's definitely leaning towards something in store for all Spurs fans. It's a must-listen segment. That's coming up next right here on Locked On Spurs. But first, catch up with some Spurs news that you may have missed. And congratulations to Spurs nominee coach Nisha. She won the 2024 National Junior NBA Junior WNBA Coach of the Year award. She got surprised during one of her coaching times. They presented her with the award. She broke down in tears. A lot of the kids there surrounded her, congratulating her. Even rookies Harrison Ingram and Stephon Castle made a video shout out to her to congratulate her for winning the award. And yeah, it just goes to show you the Spurs are really just surrounded by great people, great staff. Congratulations to Coach Nisha. Well deserved. In other Spurs news, a recent ESPN poll surveyed a lot of NBA execs and scouts. Obviously, they stayed anonymous, and they were just pretty much polled about this coming rookie class. So Stephon Castle, Sarr, Ricochet, you get it. So they were asked various questions. So first of all, none of the NBA execs that were polled picked Stephon Castle to win the Rookie of the Year. He actually came in fourth place. They picked actually Houston Shepard to win it all. Well, as far as Rookie of the Year award. And then when it comes just to being the best rookie overall, regardless of award or whatnot, Stephon Castle came in third behind Klingon and Shepard, just in that category alone. I kind of thought that maybe with it being a kind of a diluted draft, that maybe it wouldn't be so top heavy with Shepard. Shepard kind of led the way in a lot of categories, but Castle, he could have something to say. He actually gained the praise of Coach Pop after the Summer League were over. We saw what he can do on both ends of the court, that tenacious defense. His shot wasn't that horrible. Yeah, he got hurt, but you have a small sample size, a quick peek into what he can bring. Obviously, way too soon. Way too soon. I thought this ESPN poll was just way too early in the offseason to be thinking that. You do that maybe closer to start of the regular season, see how the kids do in preseason. But nevertheless, yeah, no one expects Castle to win the Rookie of the Year award, but I would not be surprised if he does get it. I think that would be pretty good for him. In other Spurs news, report out of The Athletic says that Markkanen reportedly prefers to stay in Utah. Yeah, the big man, at least according to The Athletic, is saying that he'd rather just keep his roots in Utah. Why I bring this up, because the Spurs have been in the mix / rumblings about chasing Markkanen. And if that's true, well, then it looks like any dreams of Markkanen in the silver black jersey are on pause. Obviously, offseason's still young. You still have the trade deadline. Who knows? Maybe Utah might decide just to pull the plug on it and restart. And the Spurs obviously have the most to offer Utah if they want to meet that high sticker price for Markkanen. Nevertheless, as of right now, Markkanen reportedly wants to stay in Utah. I know all those Spurs fans that were cheering for Markkanen right now are in shambles, but we'll see what happens. In other Spurs news, Chris Paul was a guest on The Herd with Colin Cowherd, and says that Victor Wembanyama has no ceiling on his potential, that is limitless. That's good to hear, as obviously they're going to be teammates now. That's going to be the first time for Wembanyama to play with a Hall of Fame type point guard, and obviously Chris Paul to play with a big like that he's never played with in his career. So good to see Chris Paul shouting out his new teammate. In other Spurs news, D'Angelo Russell, yes, the Lakers player, recently said that Victor Wembanyama should have won every single NBA award last year. Yeah, every single one. MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. All right, fine, Russell. We respect your opinion here, but yeah, pump the brakes a bit. Yeah, there is no way he was going to win MVP, especially with the Spurs' 22-win record. DPOY, he had a big case, yes, big case to win it over Gobert. And then obviously he won the Rookie of the Year award. Maybe an All-Star, I don't know, kind of getting tough, considering the Spurs record. But yeah, like the praise, Russell, but maybe pump the brakes a little bit longer there. I'm pretty sure Wemby's going to be racking up all those awards and more very, very soon. And then finally, if you're a teacher, a parent, listen up. The Spurs are inviting all families and teachers to go to the Frost Bank Center very, very soon. As a matter of fact, on August 8th from 4 to 7 p.m. Central Standard, the Spurs are hosting the third annual Back to School Bash at the Frost Bank Center. Again, that's this Thursday, August 8th from 4 to 7. Parents, students, teachers, K through 12 are invited to pick up some free school supplies and resources while supplies last. Now, you're going to have to register. Registration is open. Just go to spurs.com. That's required for attendance. Not only are you going to get school supplies, you'll get vaccines, vision check, dental screening, haircuts. So much more is going on there. You really want to go there right now. It's in cooperation with local organizations, businesses, nonprofits, school districts. It's a good event, especially for those families that are struggling. Again, if you have a student K through 12 this Thursday, August 8th at the Frost Bank Center, 4 to 7 p.m., free, it's a back to school bash. Yeah, free resources for all students and parents and teachers. Go there right now, mark it in your calendar, and don't forget to sign up. There you have it. Some quick Spurs news and notes. When we get back, we're going to bring in our guest, Spurs Associate VP of Marketing and Creative Studio. He's going to be talking to us about the new fan shop at the Victory Capital Performance Center and the renovations and the new design of the fan shop at the Frost Bank Center. That's coming up next right here on Locked On Spurs. Hey, but first I want to talk about eBay Motors. Passion, drive, and patience. That is the winning formula for winning championship, and it's also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, they got it, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED headlights, and so much more. Whether to speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with the eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Look, they got that eBay Guaranteed Fit. Your part is guaranteed to fit your ride because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber. You're not burning cash. With all the parts you need and the price that you want, it's easy to make your car into the MVP and bring home huge wins. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. That's ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply. eBay Guaranteed Fit is only available to U.S. customers. Hey, I want to talk about Mudslinger's Drive-Thru Coffee San Antonio. Go there right now, 2404 Thousand Oaks Drive. That's in the 281 to 1604 area. They got it all. They got mini donuts. Yeah, you heard me right. Mini donuts. They got lattes, hot coffees, iced coffees. What else they got? Cold brews, dairy alternative drinks, supercharged drinks. They got it all and so much more. Great menu, friendly staff, a proud local sponsor of Locked On Spurs, and a proud community member of San Antonio, giving San Antonio the best drinks in town. Go there right now. They're open every single day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. What else? Oh, well, they got the Lightning Bolt series. They have a drink in there. It's called the Alien. Go get it. You want to cheer on Victor Wembanyama and see what they did there. But just a heads up, they're going to start using, or they're now using Lotus Energy. That 7 power plant extracts has the same effects as a Red Bull. But again, 7 power plant extracts, it allows them for some flexibility to create new drinks for you. But if you do want Red Bull, they'll have it on hand. Just got to let them know. But just a heads up, the default will be Lotus Energy. So go there right now. San Antonio, get yourself a drink. It's the best spot in San Antonio to get themselves, everybody in San Antonio, a nice, refreshing beverage. Go there right now. Mudslinger's Drive-Thru Coffee. Follow them on social media at Mudslinger, SATX. Go there right now because life is too short for bland coffee.
A Jedi uses the Force. to subscribe to Locked On Spurs. Pass on what you have learned.
And now let's go to welcome our special guest. He is Jordan Mandelkorn. He is the Spurs Associate VP Marketing and Creative Studio. His first time here on Locked On Spurs. Jordan, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff, for having me. Appreciate it.
By the way, how's the offseason treating you?
Well, I feel like there's never much of an actual off season, so we're always in the midst of planning or transitioning to another time period. So it's been pretty busy for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine. And by pretty busy, you mean new fan shops, right? I mean that's kind of the buzz right now, and that's exactly why Jordan is here. He's going to be discussing with everybody the new fan shop at Victory Capital Performance Center and a revamped fan shop at the Frost Bank Center. We'll talk about that in just a little while. This is how great I am prepared today, Jordan. Pretty much your coworker Lucy Caneb, she pretty much did the work for me. So your colleague helped me out here, so I'm gonna be following her outline. There's nothing much more I can add to it. But nevertheless, this is a great thing. Spurs fans are eating up everything silver and black, whether it be City Edition jerseys, whether it be just T-shirts, whether it just be traditional gear jerseys. Before we get into the shops themselves, what are you seeing from the Spurs fans as far as the demand for more merchandise, for more gear, whether it be to wear on themselves or just to bring to the arena and cheer?
Yeah, over the past, 5 years or so, we've really made a concerted effort to offer some pretty diverse product and do some things that fans might not expect from an NBA team. So while we always offer, jerseys and T-shirts and hats and all the sort of standard stuff that you'll find at any team store, we try to get out of our comfort zone and try different things, collaborate with different brands or artists in certain cases, and come up with some really unique offerings that kind of weave into fans' sort of everyday lifestyle, things that they might not feel like, I can only wear this to a game, but something that they feel like they can wear anywhere and sort of kind of weave into their everyday lives.
Oh, for sure. We'll get into this in a little bit, but the new Iceman collection, that was a huge hit. A lot of fans really love the colors, really love the throwback to that ice baby blue look. That was a hit. Even to just little things like cups, to caps, to everything. Spurs fans love everything about it. And let's go ahead and get into it. They can find a lot of that stuff at the upcoming new Victory Capital Performance Center fan shop opening, I believe, somewhere around the start of the new season. But what is the latest update on that? Is it kind of still tracking on time to be ready for the grand opening come regular season?
Yeah, we're in good shape. We're kind of fully in construction swing, and as you alluded to, goal is for us to open with the 24-25 season. So we're really excited to have another location on that side of town open for fans, and right adjacent to all the events that are happening in Frost Plaza. And as we get back into the swing of watch parties and things like that out there, we're really excited about it.
I just got to ask you, why in that neighborhood? Why was the La Cantera area chosen versus any other area in San Antonio?
So we previously had a fan shop location in the traditional shops at La Cantera, and as the Rock campus, came online, our plan was to kind of transition that store to the Frost Plaza and the Performance Center specifically. I think anybody who's kind of ever visited sort of one of their favorite teams' facilities, whether it be a practice facility, whether it be the actual stadium, arena, et cetera, there's a little bit of an expectation of like that excitement of being where the players train, being where they play. And so kind of having the store there makes a lot of sense. So obviously the first draft party that we ever had, massive turnout. And so we want fans to have that connection of when they visit that space, there's something that they can take home with them to remember it. And also just, geographically another place that fans can shop or pick product up that they might order online as well.
Are there going to be any differences between the Victory Capital fan shop versus the fan shop at the Frost Bank Center?
Yeah, a few differences. While we'll still offer kind of some of the standard product that we obviously offer in our other locations, we wanted to kind of take the thematic of that. This is a training facility, a performance center. And so, there'll be some things that kind of speak to that active lifestyle, as well as some selection of sort of rock-based product as well that'll be unique to that store. There's some experiential components that we're developing in the store as well. So there'll be some unique photo opportunities both in the store, as well as an opportunity for fans to potentially take some photos inside the performance center in front of the championship trophy display. So that's something that we're working on in the background.
And by photo opportunities, you mean photos with Jordan Mandelkorn, right? Because fans are gonna love to be lining up.
Give the people what they want. Yes,
give what they want. Exactly. But I'm excited, and I like that you added that little component. At least the Victory Capital fan shop will have that active lifestyle, and it makes sense because not only does the La Cantera area have the Capitol Center itself, there's a lot of hiking trails up there. You see families out on walks. You see families, or just individuals just running and having that active lifestyle. And I think that's important for San Antonio to be healthy, to get out of the apartment, out of the home, and be active. And it's good that the fan shop there is going to provide stuff for that lifestyle. But I'm assuming that it would only be there at the Victory Capital. Could you see it bleed into the Frost Bank Center fan shop? That type of gear.
Potentially. We'll see how it does. We'll see kind of how people gravitate to it, and if there's demand for it beyond that specific location. That's obviously something that we're open to. To your point, people can ride their bikes right off of the Greenway and come up to the plaza or walk or run. And so we're really excited about the location because it has some walkability in addition to obviously the parking that we'll have on site.
And I think it'll be cool too. I think fans will really enjoy any type of exclusive to Victory Capital fan shop and then exclusive to Frost Bank Center, because I think it just gets everybody going to visit that area. It is for fans. There's a huge lawn out there. There's a massive TV out there. Restaurants, flea markets during the season and probably going on now. So it's not just Spurs practice there. Yeah, it's huge, but it's open to the public. And I think a lot of the fans and the community needs to understand that, Jordan. Is that correct?
Yeah. The plaza's been open for, a little bit less than a year. And so as that programming kind of continues to develop and San Antonio residents, understand all the different things that are happening there, in addition to sort of Spurs programming, we're really hopeful that this will be a great place for the community to gather and, watch games and do lots of different things within the space that's been developed for the public.
Yeah, and those watch parties are a huge success. I went to the recent draft party just a few months ago, and I had to park at the mall in front of the Macy's and then walk all the way to there. That's actually a testament that fans really like going out there and taking part in these activities, and the fan shop will be there for fans to, get into the more Spurs spirit, by making a visit. And you mentioned the photo ops, with the trophies and whatnot. We were talking about the Victory Capital Performance Center. The Spurs are actually going to be, they have been working out there, training there. Could you possibly see, maybe some of the players stop by, visit with fans, since they're there, is that something that fans could possibly see maybe sometime down the road? I also want to talk about FanDuel. You want to go to FanDuel.com right now. You love sports. I love sports. You never want them to slow down. You don't want them to stop. FanDuel lets you keep having fun with sports, and it keeps it going on whenever you want. All you got to do is open that app and dream up of bets anytime, whenever you're in the mood. This summer, FanDuel is hooking up all customers with a booster or bonus daily. You heard that right. There's something for everyone every day, all summer long with FanDuel. They got it all. First of all, that app, let me tell you, it's very easy to use, user-friendly. It doesn't take that long to download. Simple to sign up. You can place your bets. 1, 2, 3, you're done. Parlays, whatever you can think of, FanDuel has it. Go get that app right now. You want to go to FanDuel.com right now. When you're on your cell phone right now, download it. You're on your desktop, go to the website right now. Start making the most out of your summer with FanDuel. FanDuel is an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball.
Hey, this is Hot Rod.
And I'm
MRC from the Cybertron Spurs.
And you're listening to Locked On Spurs with Jeff Garcia.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a, benefit for the players and their families to have a store so close to sort of where they're spending a lot of their time. We see players' families pop into the main fan shop at the Frostbank Center all the time as well. So yeah, I don't think it's out of the question to potentially, go there to shop, and somebody you might recognize might, be walking down from the Performance Center. So that's always a possibility.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna be like this. Okay, yeah, I see you, Victor Wembanyama, but there's Jordan, so I gotta be over there. I gotta go to Jordan. Jordan Mandelkorn's here.
I'll just be there in the corner to take photos with as people need. So yeah.
Once again, he is Jordan Mandelkorn. He is the Spurs Associate VP Marketing and Creative Studio to keep up on the latest of what's going on with the Spurs in general, and of course, the new merch or items, products. Just make sure to follow them on X at Spurs. You see it on your screen right now. Spurs fans were excited when the news came out that there'll be a fan shop located in the La Cantera, the Victory Capital Center Performance. But I had some Spurs fans ask me, like, okay, so what's going on with the fan shop, at the arena itself? Should Spurs fans worry about any type of downsizing there? That was kind of like one of the biggest feedback was like, is it going to be shrunk, as it moves forward? What's going on with the fan shop, the renovations, and whatnot?
Yeah, we're actually in full swing in construction over at Frostbank Center as well. So we're really excited about some improvements there for fans, particularly on the game day experience. So our main fan shop is expanding in both directions. So we'll have additional floor space, and we're creating kind of a dedicated line queue for fans to check out.
Nice.
Our previous kind of point of sale area was right in the middle of the store. And so there was a little bit of difficulty of sort of where to line up and where people were shopping. And so we've created a dedicated area for that, as well as a game day entrance and exit. So it'll be a much better flow and more space for fans as they're shopping throughout games and off days. And then we're also revamping a new fan shop around section 118 that fans will actually be able to walk into. So previously that's just been a jersey pickup area. And now that'll be another smaller store on the plaza level that fans can go shop at as well. So I'm really excited about the improvements that we're making there ahead of the season. So there'll be kind of new fan experiences all around from a retail standpoint.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was one of the I would say criticisms, but one of the things that fans would say, like, it gets too packed in there. I can't really navigate in there. I went in there a couple of times last season just to pick up a couple of items, and it's like, the line's over there. So those kind of things. But now with these new renovations, it looks like that'll be help the fan experience and make an ease of transaction. We're talking about now the fan shop at the arena, obviously, but are there any design changes? Are there what did you notice? For example, more hats, more jerseys, more T-shirts, more products for the kids, older crowd. What about the items themselves? What is the approach going into the new season with just the merchandise?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're always looking to try new things. Find items that make sense for families at the end of the day. So making sure that we have good offerings for women, for children, in addition to sort of the men's offerings that we have. So there'll be lots of kind of new core product for the upcoming season. And then there'll be, as always, a slate of special collections that, we'll release, as we get a little bit closer to the season, in collaboration with some really exciting partners. And so I think we've got a really interesting slate of stuff coming up that we'll talk a little bit more about as we get a little bit closer to October. But yeah, there'll be new product, and the store will kind of be re-merchandised a little bit so that clear areas where fans can find certain types of products. So everything is in mind of a better fan experience for people, a better shopping experience, because we want people to be able to watch the game. So coming to one of our stores, here's how you find what you need, and here's how you check out and get back to that game day experience, or, go to a concession stand. So understanding that time is really important.
Yeah. You mentioned, special, new special stuff. Can you give us a hint on anything that could be coming down the road that Spurs fans can maybe, put on their wish list? Any type of hint you can give us here?
We'll have something cool happening in October. I
Okay.
can't really get too much into it, but I think fans will really enjoy it, and it'll be unique, particularly for an NBA team. So Lucy
Yeah.
will throw something at me if I get too specific. So
Yeah, yeah. She's watching us right now. She's like that voice above us.
always
So we got to be careful what we say right now. But hey,
100%.
Spurs fans, I tried. But you'll more than likely I'll have something either at kens5.com or here at Locked On Spurs. Maybe Jordan can come back and talk to us about the new stuff that's popping up. You actually helped out with some of the collections that are out there now. We mentioned the Iceman collection, the Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama. Even worked with Devin Vassell in his debut signature line of clothing, jackets, and what have you. Talk to us about that. What was that experience like for you? And do you think there'll be other players in the future that will be having, collaborations like we see with Devin Vassell?
Yeah, I mean, certainly hope so. We kind of had a talk with the team about some different opportunities that they can take advantage of, and Devin came right up to us and said, I'd really like to explore this. Can you help me out? And let's have a meeting. Let's discuss. And so, trying to kind of take one of his passions and help him understand the process and,
Yeah.
showcase his personality and his story and where he's from. And so it's a really great experience getting to work with him and come up with something that felt really unique to him, and his teammates were excited for him. So yeah, I mean, we're always hopeful that players are interested in kind of pursuing, certain passions, and it's part of our job to figure out a way to help them kind of realize that and think about different ways to kind of tell their stories, whether it be through product or content,
Mm-hmm.
et cetera.
Yeah, well, let's dive into that Devin Vassell line a little bit more because that's out there. Spurs fans are really taking a shine to the jacket. I think that's been kind of the bigger hit, the varsity looking jacket. When you work with just to use Devin, what do you experience knowing that this is a guy that, hey, he's all about putting the ball in the hoop and dribbling up and down defense and getting W's, but to work with a player on off the court, what kind of experience is that?
I mean, it was really great getting to know him
Yeah.
and, trying to understand, like, from a fashion perspective, like, what does he like and what would he find interesting? And so, we let him kind of lead the way a little bit on like what he was looking for, everything from sort of the cut of the clothing, the
Hmm.
different silhouettes that we decided to print on, the colors. So really trying to get as much of his input as possible. And then we'd come, bring him different samples of different garments and different designs for him to kind of react to. And, it was collaborative throughout, a really great experience. And he was really excited and, got to understand the process a little bit as he kind of determines, how he wants to pursue that in the future.
Hmm. Yes, I mean that's just awesome to hear. And even with Iceman, like we talked about that earlier, his collection, which is out already, just either go to Spurs web shop right now, just search it. Everybody can't find it. You'll find it quick. That was a hit. I mean, that must be an experience too. We talk about the present, Devin Vassell. How was it working with the past Iceman? I mean, the OG, the guy who put San Antonio Spurs on the map. What was that experience like?
Yeah, I mean, I think it started a little bit with our 50th anniversary season when we brought back sort of the classic edition with the San Antonio Arch, and
Yeah.
we're able to get Ice to be a part of that because I think people most closely
Mhm.
associate that uniform with him. So it's just really been a great opportunity to reintroduce him to a different generation,
Mhm.
with the understanding of his role with the Nike Blazer, all the Nike campaigns that he did as one of their original signature athletes. And so
Mhm.
it's a really interesting opportunity to kind of take a new generation and create something that they can connect to and, tell Ice's story, as one of the foundational elements of the franchise.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I was fortunate enough to see some samples, for a writer for Ken's Five, and the material was really solid. I mean, really good fabrics, and it's really it's variety. It's what I liked about it. He had the sweatpants, he had the tracker, the track jacket, the t-shirt. The t-shirts were a hit. Especially the black one. That one was a big hit. I had colleagues that I know over at San Antonio Sports Star Radio here. got a hold of me like, hey, how do I get one of those t-shirts? I mean, flat out, just like, how do we get the black one? They wanted that one so bad. So that was a great hit. But I mean, I'm assuming even if fans don't live in San Antonio, all this is available online. Is that correct?
Yep, everything's available, spursfanshop.com. And while we're kind of in the midst of construction and opening new locations and renovating current locations, we've got our post up, mobile truck set up, at Frost Bank Center and some other locations throughout the summer. So fans can kind of see on spursfanshop.com where the truck will be at various points in the week if they're looking for that in-person shopping experience in addition to what's available online.
I'm glad you brought up the mobile shop, because Spurs fans often wonder, like, well, where is it today? Where is it tomorrow? Where is it next week? How do you keep tabs on it? Is there like an app, or just go to the website and they'll say, hey, we are in downtown San Antonio today? I mean, how does that work?
A combination of factors. So the locations page on spursfanshop.com will kind of list out store hours, where it'll be on what days, and then we'll occasionally have some updates that appear on Spurs social channels, if we're set up at certain events. So when we host draft parties or watch parties, oftentimes you'll see the truck parked out front. So obviously it's mobile in nature, so we try to make sure that it sets up in lots of different locations, so lots of fans have an opportunity to kind of get in there, see product, etc.
Yeah, I'm assuming a lot of the merchandise in the pop-up mobile is what you get either at Victor Capital Fan Shop once it does open, or the Frost Bank Fan Shop, or is it kind of limited in stock?
Obviously, we're limited on space, but it's always a combination of some of our core offerings, jerseys, hats, etc., and then whatever the current special collections look like, you'll find those as well.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of special collection collabs, I really enjoyed the Rookie of the Year collab with Victor Wembanyama, and I believe the tattoo artist in San Antonio who helped put that T-shirt together, just like the one, the script on there has number 1 on it. I thought that was very, very cool, and even there's other collabs that a lot of Spurs fans didn't know about, and I brought it to their attention. I know it wasn't with Dickies, but they had kind of like a workers kind of a look. I guess casual but hardworking kind of vibe. That was a really, really great line there too. I remember going into the fan shop during the games and seeing it. I was like, hey, that's different. That's new. And I loved it. I actually wore one of those for a past Locked On Spurs. As Spurs fans get a hold of me like, hey, where'd you get that? A lot.
It's our Por Vita collection. Printed on Dickies workwear. So we try to find different ways to really show up. Like if you're looking for, a regular T-shirt or a jersey, like obviously we've got that, but trying to find some things that appeal to a wide variety of people depending on how they dress, and different ways to sort of represent your fandom that goes beyond just a traditional jersey or a polo, etc.
Yeah, and may I compliment the hat selection. Y'all have a really good cap selection. Every time I go into that fan shop at the arena, as you get a variety, and I really like that a lot too. From the dad caps to one size fits all to adjustable, from men to ladies to kids. I mean, it just covers everything. That's one of my favorite spots. That is my go-to spot. Every time I go into the fan, I go, okay, do they got new caps?
Mesmerizing. Okay. The hat wall.
Yeah. Exactly. That wall is mesmerizing. You're like, you stand and look at it like this, like, whoa, there's a lot of caps here. But once again, he is Jordan Mandelkorn. He is the Spurs Associate VP of Marketing and Creative Studio. Look, I got to try one more time, Jordan. Come on. You got anything for us? Here? Look, Lucy, turn off your mic. See, she's not listening.
Not just yet, but soon. I promise.
Okay, all right. Once again, you want to follow the Spurs social media at Spurs on X, Facebook, what have you. I'm pretty sure the social media team is always constantly posting up new updates for the merch, or just Google Spurs Fan Shop online. Go to it, click on it right now. Jordan, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know you got fan shops to be worrying about. We appreciate you taking time. And once again, everybody, he is Jordan Mandelkorn, the Spurs Associate VP Marketing and Creative Studio. For Jordan, I am Jeff. We're going to take, we're done. That's it. We're going to put a lock on this episode of Locked On Spurs.